Hi, I'm Katie, your safety trainer, and in today's video, we're going to talk about boating safety. Now, whether you're out on the water for work or just to relax, boating is something a lot of people enjoy throughout the year. And while it can definitely be a good time, being on a boat also comes with risks if the right safety steps aren't taken.
Train, track, remind. Train, track, and remind.
Train, track, and remind.
Safety training doesn't have to be expensive or a pain. With Got Safety Lite, you get unlimited access to over 2,000 safety videos in English and Spanish for just $10 a month. That's it. No fine print, just solid, straightforward training. Need a little more? Step up to our full Got Safety app. It's a powerful learning management system that lets you train, track, and remind automatically. Not to mention, it's simple to use. Already dropped serious cash on your own LMS? We will make you start over. Just plug in our content and keep rolling. And if there's a video you need that we don't have, we'll make it for you for free. Yep, that's how sure we are you're gonna love Got Safety. 3 ways to train, 1 place to do it all. Got Safety. Train, track, and remind. In this video, we're going to go over some of the hazards you might run into, the kind of safety equipment that should always be on board, and the smart habits that can help keep accidents from happening. Let's jump in. No matter if you're steering the boat or just along for the ride, being out on the water can come with some real risks. Fires can happen, whether it's from fuel, wiring, or even a small stove on board. And it's not uncommon for someone to fall overboard. Sometimes it's just an accident, and other times it's from messing around while the boat's moving. Wet surfaces are another big concern. Boat decks and docks can get slick fast, and when you're getting on or off the boat, it's easy to lose your balance, especially if the boat's not sitting still. There's also the danger of carbon monoxide building up in closed-off spaces, especially from the engine or while towing people behind the boat. It's something you can't see or smell, but it can make you really sick or worse. Drowning is a serious risk too. That can happen for a lot of reasons. Leaky equipment sending out electrical current into the water, getting struck by another boat while you're swimming, or even from cold shock if you suddenly fall into icy water. Then there's the weather. It might start off nice, but it can turn fast. And if you're not prepared, that can put everyone in a tough spot. There's also the chance of hitting another boat or something in the water, which could leave you stuck. Hard waves and strong tides can flip a boat right over, and if you've got too much weight from people or gear, that can cause the boat to sink altogether. Don't forget the sun either. Spending hours out there without protection can leave you with a nasty sunburn. It's important to remember that the safety equipment you need on your boat isn't one size fits all. The U.S. Coast Guard and your local or state laws each have their own rules, and those rules depend on things like the type of boat you're using and how big it is. So if you're ever unsure about what your vessel needs, it's a good idea to check in with your supervisor. Now, no matter what kind of boat you're on, being ready for an emergency means having the right gear on board. That includes enough life jackets for everyone, something throwable like a ring or cushion that can help someone stay afloat, and a marine-type fire extinguisher that's been approved by the U.S. Coast Guard. You'll also want a way to make noise in case you need a signal for help. Something like a whistle or a handheld horn can do the trick. Other essentials include a VHF radio, flares or a flare gun for signaling, and navigation lights so you're visible when it's dark or foggy. Having a solid first aid kit is always a smart move. If you're operating a motorized boat, you'll need a kill switch lanyard and an approved flame arrestor to reduce fire risks. A paddle is good to have as a backup in case the engine fails. A GPS or global positioning device can help you stay on course, and a bailing device will come in handy if you need to scoop water out of the boat. A carbon monoxide detector is another key piece of equipment, especially in enclosed spaces where exhaust can build up quickly. And don't forget an anchor with chains to keep your boat in place when needed. All of this gear plays a big role in helping you stay safe and ready for whatever comes your way out on the water. When you're getting ready to head out on a boat, there are some important steps you need to take to make sure everyone stays safe. First off, the person operating the boat needs to be trained and certified. If you're not sure what the certification requirements are in your state, just check with your supervisor. And it should go without saying, but never captain a boat if you're under the influence of drugs or alcohol. If you're on a prescription that might affect your ability to operate safely, that's something to bring up with your supervisor too. Boating under the influence is treated just like driving under the influence. it's just as serious. Before you even untie the boat, take a moment to check the weather forecast and dress for whatever conditions you're expecting. If you have any concerns about the weather, don't hesitate to ask your supervisor. You'll also want to make sure your float plan has been submitted, following whatever policies your workplace has in place. Then give the boat a good visual inspection, inside and out. If anything doesn't look right, report it and don't take the boat out until it's been fixed. Life jackets and personal flotation devices need a close look too. Check for signs of wear or damage. They should be rated for either shore or offshore use, and if the flotation rating is compromised in any way, don't use them. Damaged gear should always be reported, and make sure all of your emergency equipment, like those life jackets, extinguishers, and flotation devices, is not just on board, but easy to reach when you need it. Getting on and off the boat safely means keeping 3 points of contact to avoid slips and falls. Don't exceed the number of people or amount of gear the boat can handle, because overloading could cause it to capsize or sink. And if your boat has a kill switch lanyard, be sure it's properly attached to your clothing, life jacket, or swim gear before starting the motor. Everyone on board should wear a life jacket according to company rules, and kids under 12 should always have one on when required. Make sure to follow all navigation rules, local, state, and federal, and don't operate at high speeds. Passengers need to stay seated inside the boat while it's moving, and it's important to keep a safe distance from other boats, swimmers, buoys, or anything else in the water. If your company's policies call for it, make sure a lookout is assigned. That person plays an important role in helping spot hazards, watching for other boats or objects in the water, and keeping an eye on anyone being towed behind the vessel. It's especially important when visibility is limited or you're operating in a busy area. If the weather starts to look stormy or unsafe, don't try to wait it out. Go ahead and head back to the dock or marina right away. It's always better to be safe than to get caught in something you could have avoided. If people are going to swim around the boat, make sure the engine is off and the propeller has stopped completely before anyone gets in the water. Never let anyone jump from the boat while it's moving. Use the proper flags when swimmers are in the area, and as it starts to get dark, turn on your navigation lights. Just remember, some states require those lights to be on at certain times around sundown, so check with your supervisor if you're unsure. If something goes wrong and you need help, you can use channel 16 on the VHF radio or call 911. And if the boat ever capsizes, stay with it. It's a lot easier for rescue crews to spot the boat than it is to find just one person in open water. If anyone gets hurt or there's an incident out on the water, make sure your supervisor is notified as soon as possible. Whether you're out on the water for work or just to have a good time, boating is something a lot of people do. And while it can definitely be enjoyable, it also comes with some serious risk. The best way to help prevent accidents or injuries is to make sure your boat has all the required safety equipment and that it's being operated according to navigation laws and your company's procedures. If you ever have questions about running a boat or even just being a passenger, don't hesitate to talk to your supervisor. That's all for today's lesson. If you like this video, check us out on social media. And as always, stay safe out there.
Wave Beats Music.